Hello, brothers and sisters. This morning, we will study Genesis chapter 37 together. Chapter 37. Yesterday morning, we already studied about Joseph. Specifically about the two dreams Joseph had. Because he had these two dreams, his father, his brothers, and siblings became jealous of him. At that time, one day, his father Jacob said to Joseph, asking Joseph to go check on his brothers, because Joseph's 10 brothers were shepherding sheep. He sent Joseph to see whether his brothers were well and whether the flock was safe. Afterward, Joseph went. Then finally, Joseph found his brothers. His brothers saw Joseph from afar, and they said, "Look, here comes that dreamer. Come on, we killed him. Throw him into a pit and say that a wild beast devoured him. We'll see what becomes of his dreams then." That's how Joseph's brothers, out of jealousy, decided to kill him, because they harbored envy toward him due to the two dreams he'd had. The conflict arising from jealousy among brothers is serious indeed. However, their elder brother Reuben, thought it wrong to take his life. He said, "We must not kill Joseph. We must not shed Joseph's blood, for he is our brother, our own flesh." So Reuben suggested, "We can throw him into a pit in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him to kill him." Reuben clearly intended to save Joseph, so he proposed throwing Joseph into the pit, but not killing him. Thus, they threw Joseph into the pit. Then they stripped off Joseph's colorful robe, the ornate garment Joseph wore, and took it from him. At that moment, they saw some people coming from afar. From the land of Cair, the Ishmaelites came, carrying spices, balm, and myrrh, on their way to Egypt. Then Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is there in killing our brother? What good does it do to cover his blood? Let's sell him to the Ishmaelites instead. We shouldn't kill him, for he is our brother, our own flesh and blood." So they pulled Joseph up and sold him to the Ishmaelites. They sold Joseph for 20 shekels of silver. So the Ishmaelites took Joseph down to Egypt. At that time, Joseph's brothers, Jacob's sons, took a young goat, a male kid, slaughtered it, dipped Joseph's robe in its blood, and sent it back home to Jacob, saying to their father Jacob, "We found this. Please identify whether it is your son's robe." Then Jacob recognized the robe and said, "It is my son's robe. A wild beast has devoured him. Joseph has surely been torn apart, torn to pieces." Jacob believed Joseph was dead. At that time, Jacob's children came to comfort him, but Jacob refused to be comforted. They tried to comfort Jacob, but Jacob would not accept consolation. Jacob was extremely sad. Meanwhile, they had sold Joseph to Egypt, to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain of the guard. This is how Joseph was sold into Egypt. Today, we'll discuss why Joseph was sold in the first place. Was it because his brothers were jealous of him and sold him? It seems that way on the surface. But many years later, after many years, when Joseph became prime minister, there was famine throughout all the land of Canaan. When they came to buy grain, when Joseph revealed himself to his brothers, Joseph said, it was God who sent Joseph ahead, so that the Israelites could have food in Egypt. The remaining varieties can be retained to preserve their lives. God sent Joseph to Egypt 20 years earlier. Indeed, Joseph arrived in Egypt. Later, he became a servant. Afterward, he was imprisoned and then became Pharaoh's prime minister. After becoming Pharaoh's prime minister, He stored up great wealth for Pharaoh, especially storing a large amount of grain. Later, when he revealed himself to his brothers, Joseph then told them that it was God who had sent him. Actually, God had already been with their great-grandfather long ago. Great-grandfather, their true grandfather. In Abraham's time, God had already made a covenant with Abraham that Abraham's descendants would dwell in Egypt, enslaved by Egypt. Thus, Joseph was sent to Egypt first, so that when the Israelites came to Egypt, God's prophecy would be fulfilled. God also planned for Jacob's descendants to prosper in Egypt. Thus, God sent Joseph ahead to Egypt to prepare the way. Glory be to the Father and the Lord. Amen.